from an undisclosed location. Ooh, I'll tell you later. No, not this episode. I'll tell you when it's a good time. Nothing big on that side. Who cares? What's important is it really is coming down, it looks like, to the Dodgers and Padres. They're talking Blue Jays, and I think there was another team involved too. Blue Jays are kind of interesting. But, we've talked about this a little bit already. But I want to make it a little bit more clear on where I'm at. Go Dodgers, and God bless. Yes. Heck yeah. That's where it's at. I'm making sure that... There we go. Top of the roof of the car. It's a little jacked up. I fixed... I don't want to wreck the camera. Or wreck the mount I'm using. So just straight up, Roku Sasaki. Why he should go to the Dodgers? Well, there's many reasons. First and foremost, the development program and the chance to be an important factor every year, in not only on the Dodgers but in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers are always going to be in it. When they don't make the playoffs, will be the first time since 2012. And there's no reason to say they wouldn't in the first place. Okay, let's go, Rocky. Stop kidding. Choose the Dodgers. That's right. Get it done. Now, of course, we know that he has to wait until the 15th. And he might wait a little bit more. Like I said, and I'm not joking, I've been saying it for more than a couple weeks now. Roku Sasaki, 70% chance he goes to the Dodgers. No facts, just logic. Let's go through more of that logic. Los Angeles is a media capital. If he wants to cash in and get money, get a lot more money, you go to Los Angeles. If you want to be one of the top Japanese baseball products in Japan, where do you go? You go to the Dodgers. You don't go to the Padres. Let's see. Hey, Tim, happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday to you. Roki will be a Dodger. Patience, I agree. All right, Alonzo. Yeah, get it done. Get her done. Monday sucked, but I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not at work today. I'm at an undisclosed location. All right. Roy Estrada, this is a really good question. What has Darvish accomplished as a Padre? Ohtani first year with the Dodgers World Series. That's right. And how many of y'all think that the Padres are going to get the World Series next year? They're going to be a lesser team. This was their year. And they blew it. 24 innings in a row of no runs. Part of that, in my opinion, is they got too cocky. They get so arrogant. And it's a clown show. So that's a negative. We'll talk about the negatives. More on why Roki should be a Dodger. Okay, it's definitely the best opportunities for growing himself as a pitcher, as an overall human. It's a better atmosphere. You get to play just Japanese alone, right? You have the great Shohei Ohtani, who's nothing but class. And you have Mr. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The three ninjas is what we need. They can really market the crap out of that. See, Showtime, you're right. See, Sonarayas, they're making moves. Let's see, I saw Norman here. It's interesting Toronto has not yet been eliminated. Yeah. With Guerrero 1 foot at least out the door, I'm not sure what the appeal is. Yeah, I'm not either. I really am not. There's, what is there? They sold at the end of the year. Bo Bichette is a question mark. Vlad Guerrero, who's amazing. Amazing hitter, amazing year he had. Um, yeah, he's gonna get over 500 million. And if that guy ever can learn how to play average third base, heck, maybe the Dodgers will be the one that gives it to him. Let's see. Sup, Sammy boy? The Flacco. Some teams have had a second meeting. Dodgers second meeting will be put pen to paper. Let's go. Yeah. So I'm figuring that second meeting happens today, tomorrow, Wednesday, which is that's the 15th. You might be right. Let's see. Did you have friends or family affected by the fire? Yeah. A bunch of people, friend side, of course, DMAC and people like that, all the Dodger guys, all you fans up there. But mostly it was my wife's side. They're the one that got a lot of family up in LA. They haven't heard from them in a couple days. We've been out and about. Like I said, I'm at an undisclosed location. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, prayers, continue prayers and everything for everyone going out with that, and this is one of those things. So as a Christian, I am called to pray for leaders, even if I don't agree with them. So, so no matter what you feel about Newsom and you're the praying type, and Mayor Bass, you need to pray for them, pray for the leadership, pray they're righteous. But yeah, we need to get this thing cleaned up, and cleaned up in many ways. But hopefully, gosh, no more red flag alerts. We're getting some in San Diego possibly. So I might be next. I might be giving you some of you a call to come out. I'll probably have to go out to Showtime's house, way out in somewhere, wherever he's at. Let's see. Pick me up some In-N-Out. So this is an In-N-Out. This is some cup at some place in an undisclosed location. Let's see. So now to talk more about why the Padres shouldn't get him. They are an organization that's in trouble. They have this leadership issue. Now, this might clear up pretty quick. I think it actually does. I don't think she has a leg to stand on. The wife, I think the trust is very clear. First of all, it's who's in charge of the trust. She is not in charge of the trust. So she's going to have to find a real sympathetic judge. She's going to have to go some serious judge shopping to make that happen. So that's just my opinion. I'm no lawyer. But I've always been told that good luck challenging a trust. And again, get a trust. Try to find one through work. I know through mine, I had to pay like $28 a month or something like that in order to get access to legal stuff. So I was able to get a trust. I need to update it. It's been 10 years, more than 10 years. Let's see then. So why else not the Padres? So that leadership issue, the top leadership. Then there's a leadership issue of the team. Is being on a team with Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis going to make you a better player? I would contend no. I think Manny Machado works his butt off. I really do. I think Tatis, I have no idea. I think Tatis should be one of the best players in baseball, but he's not. He gets hot periodically, but I don't know. So there's that. Then there's, of course, the team falling apart in terms of finances. So, that Luis Arias is openly on the market. He's a weird fit because he's either a first baseman or a DH. Those are the best positions for him. And it's interesting because, hey, you know what? On some teams that might work, but it's a rough one because he's not a good second baseman, and that is the best position for him. I mean, if he would have been if the Dodgers would have got him last year, first of all they probably could have, but that would have been because they said, oh, he can play second base. He can't play second base. He's a first baseman and plays it decently. At least what we saw in the playoffs, he played a nice first base. So I'm going to give that man credit. But he's a singles hitter. You know, as D-Mac says, I'm going to paraphrase it. If you want to get the dub, you got to slug, or you've got to slug if you want the dub. Whatever Doug says, he's right. You got to slug. You got to get you got to pop that ball out every once in a while. And then Dylan Cease. Now they might, who knows what they're going to try to do with Michael King, but it did not get off to a good start with them in arbitration. Did it? They were what, 1.1 million apart at least? I don't have the numbers in front of me. I thought it was 8.8 versus 7.7. Absolutely, that's a big difference. That's not a good way to start off the last season before free agency. So King will be an interesting thing to watch, but if they're going to keep King, they probably have to. They either have to trade Dylan Cease, or they're going to lose him as a free agent. I doubt they get him back. There we go, a little change there. I doubt they get him back after next year. So get what you can for him. Man, they've given up some precious talent to acquire Cease and Arias and Tanner Scott. And I mean, I'm going to say between those guys, I think it was 9 to 10, top 30 prospects that they gave up for those guys. Now, credit to Preller. He knows how to go get, he knows how to find talent. He really does. It's just, what do you do with it? I just think he does things weird. Let's see. Esty got the first on-site visit from Sasaki. I don't think you can underestimate the Darvish relationship. It must be strong. That's the only. That's the main reason I give them the chance. I got the Dodgers at 70. I got the Padres at 25, and the rest of the field at 5. That's it. Not that I'm very good at that stuff. You should see the way I play the stock market. I buy high, I sell low. So don't trust me on those things, but it's just, again, trying to put it together. I don't think the Darvish thing is as big a deal because he's older. He's going to be gone now. And this leads into the next part of why I really think Sasaki's a bad fit for the Dodgers. All right. We've heard that he had a little spicy relationship with some of the media in Japan. And I think a lot of that was because they were really on him about wanting to come to Major League Baseball young, before he plays it out. So I think that played out in a bad way. So that spotlight. So if you put the expectation, and I've said this before, but I want to say it again as we get close, the expectation that he will have with the Padres will be to be one of their top 4 starters easily, maybe even higher if they lose Cease or King. So that is a BFD, right? Versus the Dodgers, like, well, you know what? We can do whatever we need to grow you. Okay, let's see. Jeff, Dodgers, Padres, or Blue Jays? It's down. And passing reports, that's it. So Dodgers 70, Padres 25, Jays 5. That's what it's going to be. I don't see why he wouldn't pick the Dodgers. But going further, the Dodgers have, at the moment, we know the real thing. At the moment, their pitching staff looks pretty good going into the season. Now we know you can never have enough pitching. I cannot say that enough. You can never have enough pitching. So given that, but given where they're at right now, they have a lot more pitching than the Padres. They are in much better shape than the Padres. So the expectation is going to be really high. If he signs with the Dodgers, he will be given a chance, and I'm sure he will be given one of the 6 spots in the rotation. And again, 6-man rotation. I don't think the Padres are doing that. Dodgers going 6-man, Padres going 5-man. I think 6-man rotation is the wave of the future. I've been saying it since 2019, especially for the Dodgers. So I'm going to say that there's just too much expectation. They're going to expect Roki to be an ace right away. And that's coming from the top. I think there's been enough education of Dodger fans, from all the top websites to lower the expectation on Sasaki. We will expect a lot of him, but we don't expect him to be the ace. That's what we have Yamamoto and Glasnow and Blake frickin' Snell and maybe hopefully Shohei Ohtani at some point. We don't need to put that pressure on. We have Tony Gonsolin's going to slot in there somewhere. We got guys like Landon Knack to get in there. Please, Bobby Miller, become good again. Let's see. Oh, Bowden repeated what Passon said, just said in a different way. Pet peeve. I hate it. I absolutely despise it when person number 1, let's say it's Showtime LA. Showtime LA writes, he writes a good tweet. Blah, 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 blah. And then I go and I take what he says. I just reword it and I go at the bottom, credit Showtime LA versus just quote tweet him. Give him the exposure. Come on, blue checks. You know better. And I will be doing a podcast about blue checks. I have a blue check. You are seeing some bad behavior, some of those blue checks, including that dude Alvin. If he's still following you, you're still following him, you're probably doing something wrong. We'll talk about that. I'm only going to bring that name up once, but there's a lot of weird engagement stuff going on, and it's because of the blue check. There are incentives for it. I will tell you all about it at some point. Not today. I want to kind of get my ducks in a row. I will actually, but I'll disclose everything. And it's nothing secret. It's just, there's probably reasons you're going, gosh, why does this blue check have to reply to every freaking comment out there? There's a reason why. So we'll talk about that, but that's different. So Padres, I like to get distracted. I'm squirrel, right? Woo, squirrel. There I go. The Padres again. They expect him to be an ace. That's not fair to him. He will not be paid like an ace. He is not ready to be an ace. He's ready to possibly be good and maybe possibly be great. But it's not fair to him to go, oh, that's our guy. They're going to expect so much from him. And I think the expectation with the Dodgers will be lower. This thing about media, okay, Bill Plaschke, Dylan Hernandez can hurt some feelings sometimes. It's not that much. I think they piss off the fans more than they do the players. So I don't put much stock. And again, I've been in the clubhouse quite a few times, and I've seen them in action, and I have a lot of respect for the Dodgers media. I think they're fair. I think it's funny to watch Dylan Hernandez with Dave Roberts when they're in the dugout before the game. Oh no, Francis Romero. Okay, everyone's putting stuff out right now. So all that stuff, I just think, man, there's okay, the upside. Okay, let's do some other comparisons. All right. Uniform. Compare this. Now think if it was brown and yellow. Right? and that's, you could say what you want, but hey, those are things that you're gonna live with. You're gonna be pictured in those things. And this is a guy that wants a lot. So go be a Dodger. It's the franchise history. We have history on our side. And then you start looking at so here's where San Diego has an advantage. The weather's a little bit nicer. It is cleaner in San Diego than Los Angeles right now. I'm not talking about the fires, heaven forbid. We've had our share. Just the LA homeless problem is worse than San Diego, but we're catching up. So congratulations to San Diego and LA for having a real bad homeless problem and not doing a darn thing that's been productive to fix it. There's that. The traffic is better in San Diego. I can get in and out of their stadium pretty quick. They also have, I think if you've been there, there's a hotel right next to it. There's even a bridge. So Roki you know what? I'm buying a suite in there because I actually went. There's a guy connected to our Little League. He was a big time sponsor. He had a condo in that hotel. And we were able to walk across the bridge to go watch a game. No, there was just a Padre game. I don't remember who they were playing, but it was not the Doyers. I think it was the Mets. So there is advantages to that. LA traffic's brutal. We know that. And there's nothing. He couldn't go buy a house right down the street. I mean, AJ Ellis lived just like a couple when he played for the Padres. He had a house, or a condo just a couple blocks away. So those are conveniences those are the two advantages, is the traffic, well, three. Traffic, the weather, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. And then with the traffic being, hey, there is that convenience of being able to live right there. At the same time, some disadvantages. Darvish versus Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani. Big advantage to the Dodgers. I know Darvish is his hero, but he was also Shohei Ohtani's hero. These guys all love Shohei. I mean, all love Yu Darvish, and they should. Yu Darvish, though, how much longer? He's 38. I don't see goodness. I don't see that lasting much longer. If LA can clean up their act, it'd be great in terms of just the area. Freeways, that's a tough one. Both of our cities are outgrowing everything that we have, the infrastructure. But if you were to, where I would live, if I was a major league pitcher making, let's say he's going to make $5 million this year, I would rent me a house in Coronado, and that's where Machado lives, I believe, is in Coronado. You get that, you go across the bridge, you can get to the stadium pretty quick. It's not too bad. It's not that bad. Versus what do the Dodgers live like in Studio City and things like that? I don't know how well they're able to pull that off. But remember, they're also going 1 p.m. to get to the stadium. It's going home. That's more of a problem. They'll have to figure that out. But I think the Dodgers can sell Roki on all that type of stuff. And then you look at the overall. Let's look at forget the ownership, because the Dodgers have that way better than the Padres. Peter Seidler has passed away. There is always that fight. I hate that. People pass away and greed gets in the way. Or feeling, all that stuff gets in the way. The Dodgers have the Guggenheim, the Guggenheim Group. You haven't heard of them, but there is also the Guggenheim Group, which is a very, led by Mark Walter, with Stan Kasten as the runner of the whole organization, with Andrew Friedman there. So it goes, Mark Walter, the Guggenheim Group, and then it goes to Stan Kasten, Hall of Famer, Andrew Friedman, Hall of Famer, and then below them, Brandon Gomes, and Dave Roberts is in there. Dave Roberts now has been there for nine full years. This will be his 10th year as a Dodgers manager. Versus Mike Shildt, who will have been there for a year, and he'll be gone in a year, another year or two. Just get him off my MLB network. So these are the back and forths that I have about how could he pick the Padres. I mean, you know what? However, if he chooses to pick the Padres, that's his it's his issue. He can do that if he wants. If he really, values driving better, okay. The homeless issue. I tell you, the one way where the Padres, some of the players would come, man, it is zombie land. Because I had first time I had a press pass there was in 2022, and where they had us in the media park. I mean, there was just people, all strung out, just zombieing across the street. You had to watch it when you're driving. It was one of the worst little stretches of street I've ever been down, in terms of just what is it. There's some fried brains. So that was really gross. Let's see what I gotta catch up, folks. All right. In and out always, but not today, Zerg. Sorry, boy. 1.1 WAR Arias. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play defense. He's not hitting for power. He's got to at least get some doubles in there. What is my opinion about simulation theory? Man, I think you might be in the wrong channel. You mean, like, is this a simulation we live in? Well, I'm a Christian, so if it's a simulation, it's run by the God. Yeah, you know me. It's not me. Yeah, I mean, so simulation. Listen to Scott Adams if you want to hear about things about simulations. Kind of interesting, actually. But I can see it's an interesting thing. Yep. Craig Osterberg's in the house. Alfonso Lucio, Roy Estrada, Cubs out as well. Yes, he is. Sorry. Okay. It's all right. Let's see. Losing its top international prospect in order to preserve money for Sasaki has to send a fairly strong message to Sasaki's camp. San Diego also holding back dollars, but they didn't lose anyone yet. Yeah, that's from Norm. Dodgers do mean business, but Sasaki doesn't have an obligation, though. So I don't know. Let's hope we didn't lose out on someone that's someday it's like, hey, this is the greatest player since Shohei Ohtani, and the Dodgers, even if they get Sasaki, he's, thrown in 10 innings for Major League Baseball. So, yeah, Blue Jays are third fiddle like usual. Those poor Blue Jay fans. Just, man, they can get... Is he on a plane to Toronto? Okay. Fans are on the wife's side, though. Yeah, they can be on the wife's side, but it doesn't matter. Legal is going to be legal. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a software architect, software engineer. So I could be wrong. It's just the very little I know is the trust is the trust. There are executors of the trust. And to fight the trust, woo boy. Good luck. Johnny Owen, yes, sir, yes, sir. Roki to the Dodgers, let's go. Yeah, life journey. Track Roki's plane to Toronto. Amen. I agree, Craig. Roki signing does look better. Again, 70%. Sucks to be a New York fan. Yeah, they're both out. I gotta be honest, man. I was in the Bronx. I told you guys, it was disgusting there. It just unless you are Bob Marley before he became an Eastern Orthodox Christian, man, that's the place for it's just weed central. It's gross there. Elishiva's in the house. No, he hasn't picked the Dodgers. No. Nothing yet. Roki the Giants denied. Like everything. Like arson. Let's see. Elishiva's in the house with Dodgers will resign Kike. Yeah, I think that happens. They got to get this done. This is holding everything up for a lot of players. I don't know. I retweeted a list of players that are available. Some are washed. They're just names. There's a lot of productive players. I mean, obviously Tanner Scott, some other relievers, Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman, even though he's a um, Jack Flaherty. There's some good players. So I don't know about game changers, but good players. Showtime. If the Padres never traded their prospects, they'd be in fantastic shape. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. And they're hoping to get a freebie here. Let's see. Sammy Boy says Padres were last in pipeline after the trades. Now they're already at number 27. Preller, he is really good. Hey, the cap also has, World Series cap. And I also have a little Fernando on it. Yeah, it's my favorite cap at the moment. Let's see. Yep, I saw the very latest. Thank you for that. I gotta get tickets for opening day. You guys got tickets for opening day? I don't care where I sit. I know I'll try for a media pass. It won't happen, but I'll try. Never know. I just want to be there. Want to see the rings. I was there in 2021 where there was like a sixth capacity. Let's see. Hepatitis See You Later. We're coming in hot. Says if Roki wasn't cost controlled, the Padres wouldn't even be interested. That's true. Only reason why they want him so bad is because he is cheap and they have financial issues. Exactly. They're trying to capture that one. It's their one shot of getting somebody like that. I mean, how many times you get a major league ready guy for a bonus plus league minimum will be his salary. The $5 million or whatever he's going to get, that's a bonus. But he'll be an $800,000 player only. Wouldn't it be nice to be an $800,000 human per year? Goodness, I'd have a lot of cars. I gotta admit it. I'd blow through that so freaking fast. Sasaki's they didn't care, came out and stated media leadership in Japan had no impact on his decision. Yeah, good. Dave S. Still can't count out the Darvish factor. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, Hepatitis says, the Alvin guy who complained about the Dodgers not posting a tweet about the fire, saying they are taking advantage of the situation with the LA strong shirts, but in his bio is Venmo links. Yep. Again, I'll do a special one on that because I think it's only fair, especially you people that are on X Twitter, to know what's going on and to see why there's all of a sudden a bunch of new blue checks. Just people with blue checks always doing certain things and just being kind of almost annoying. And I'm trying to make sure to dial that back myself because I think I've done a little bit of that. But we'll talk about it for sure. Tim, bring Bowden on your show so we can roast him. He emphatically stated Roki isn't going to the Dodgers. I want to feed him crow. What about also the Arenado by Christmas? I like Ralph. I mean, Jim. Arenetic, what's up? Let's see. Who's the only team that has retired numbers in every ballpark? Los Doyers. Jackie. Timmy. I hope Roki doesn't choose Slam Diego. He looks better in blue. Everyone looks better in blue. Go Google Yu Darvish or Manny Machado in Dodger blue. And then go look at him in a Padre uniform. Exactly, John. Jackie Robinson. Yep. Davis. Okay, so really good point. We're still the Dodgers. Win either way, regardless, win either way. That's really true. That's really true. Because right now, the Dodgers have the best roster. If the Blue Jays get Roku Sasaki, the Dodgers have the best roster. If the Padres get Roku Sasaki, the Dodgers have the best roster. If the Dodgers get Roku Sasaki, the Dodgers have the best roster, and it's even better. I think no matter what, they're going to have the best roster. What do y'all think about this thing about Jack Flaherty willing to take a short-term contract? Do you think he's plan B? And I don't think it's a bad plan B. I would love to have Jack Flaherty on a 1 or 2 year contract with the opt-outs. I would love it. In fact, I would do that right now and make me a couple trades. I don't know what we'd need though. And then the other thing would be, who can they trade for international money? I mean, looking at the roster, I'm going to get, how much would Michael Grove bring in international money if they wanted to do that? How much? I'm just going to throw it out there. What about a Dustin May? What would he bring? Or Tony Gonsolin in international money? James Outman, Andy Pages would have to be more than international money to trade him. But would you? Let me ask you this. Just say that you could make a trade of going, hey, I could trade Andy Pages and get Roki Sasaki. I think I'd do that trade. I love Andy Pages. But there's a lot of guys I would make as much the move that I need to make. Because right now there are 27 teams that are looking at these 3 teams going, I'm going to take advantage of them. And they should. So don't be surprised. And I did think that Lux was a great candidate for that. But they did something different. I still like what they did. And I think it's good for Luxie too. I hope he caught D-Mac's interview with Sirota. I think I'm saying it right. So we are the Dodgers. Mr. Classic's in the house. Roki choose the Padres, the ownership in a lawsuit. That might relocate in a few years. I'm done. Yeah, they're not going to relocate. They have it good. They're in good shape there. They just did some bad spending. Thank you, Xander Bogaerts. You are the king. Other Dodgers black people wouldn't be in the Major League Baseball. No, they would have. They would have had. Someone else would have done it too. It did take courage to do it, and it may have taken another year or two. But Larry Doby came in the middle of 47 with the Indians, and I think that was Bill Veeck, but I'm not positive. Bill Veeck would be the type of guy that would have brought in players, black players. So, but still, I mean, the Dodgers were, by the end of 1949, they had Jackie and they had Roy Campanella and they had Don Newcomb. So Dodgers were way ahead of that game. And they took advantage of it. It was good. Everyone benefited from that. Sasaki to Colorado. There you go. That episode, Everyone Hates Chris. I love Everybody Hates Chris. That is it's a great show. White Sox players deserve a break like Sasaki. Oh, too late. Rookie decision either tonight or tomorrow. He may have already made his decision. But it won't come out. It can't, because they're going to start going, hey, the Dodgers cheated. Because I'm assuming it's the Dodgers if he's already made a decision. Aeronetic, better decision, better chance of winning coming to LA. It's so true. It's not close. The Blue Jays, when do you think the Blue Jays get to the World Series next time? I don't see it. When do the Padres get there? I think they have a better shot than the Blue Jays, and they have a way of getting there. But I think they might really have a bad year this coming year, just as a realizing that they really screwed up in the playoffs this year. You're welcome, Dodgers. You're welcome, Padres. Normally, okay. Yeah, Sammy Boy. Yeah, he's the guy they got from Lux is a great grandnephew. Yeah, Whitey Ford. Isn't it funny they used to name guys Whitey? It was usually because of their hair, not because of their skin. But still, remember Ohtani chose the Angels. I mean, no one knows what truly influences a 20-something when money is not the primary factor. The only reason that he did not choose the Dodgers was because there was no DH in the National League. That was why. It wasn't anything else. He would have been a Dodger, but that was always in his mind. That gave him the best chance to be a two-way player. If he would have been an outfielder and a pitcher, that wasn't going to work. So that's why he did it. I believe that is a fact. That stuff came out. Remember when Kershaw and Justin Turner were all pissed off at him? It was because of that. He wasn't going to come because of the DH issue. So it wasn't that. But hey, if Roky goes to the Padres, I'm not going to sit there and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so shocked." The Padres having, in my head, a 25% chance is a real shot. And they've kind of been there the whole time. I think I used to have the Dodgers at 60, but I upped it to 70 pretty recently. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back, Aaron. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm in an undisclosed location. I got my other people in my party doing stuff while I do this for a bit because I want to talk baseball. I really want to talk baseball. And this is the best place to talk for me. Ohtani told everyone pretty much he regrets the Angels, hence him signing with the Dodgers. Yeah. Again, I'm going to go back to it. I tweeted it a few days ago. Tanner Scott, Roku Sasaki, Kike Hernandez. They finished that off. It will be truly an epic offseason. But hey, you're not gonna match last year's offseason. Last year's offseason was phenomenal. And if the Dodgers have another one like this, and here's the interesting thing. In terms of pitching, I don't think the Dodgers, after this year, if they get Sasaki, I don't think they're going to be worrying too much about starting pitching in the future because they're going to have a lot of healthy guys in 2026. A lot of them. And guys coming up. So the Young Bucks will be making their mark in the pitching rotation in 2026. It's going to be a matter of let's get through 2025 without them. Hopefully not too many injuries. It will happen. Hopefully that, guys like Nick Frasso are ready to go. Hopefully Brusdar, Gratterall, and Emmett Sheehan come back quick enough. It is rookie week. Let's see. You know what though? We haven't had an IFA really hit in quite a while. We got, Pages is doing okay. But I'm talking about a real big hit that we thought. Obviously, Diego is a real bummer. And the last one hit, Jordan Alvarez. Let's see. Big time. But yeah, Hepatitis says, so we got the lower level guys are coming up. Josue De Paula, Quintero, Teheran, Keber, Pages were all lower level signings. Yeah. And they were able to cash in Teheran for a pitcher to help us win a World Series. Keibert was traded, but it hurt, but it had to be done. Mr. Clark says, Rocky is definitely on a plane to Toronto. Mr. Classic also is finalist for Japanese. Yeah, we said that. Yep. Going to home opener. There you go. I will be there too. We'll have to meet up. Yeah, spring training's coming quick, folks. I got to start planning. It's going to be a little rougher this year. I don't know. There's a distinct possibility I won't make it. It is what it is. Which three teams give Roku Sasaki better pitching developments? It's the Dodgers. It is. It's the Padres do have that one guy. You got that one guy. The Dodgers got a lot of guys, and they're gonna be. They have the guy, so I expect the Dodgers. I expect Blake Snell to win the Cy Young in 2025. I think with the prior lab, little tweaks that are going to happen from Connor McGinnis, all of us book it. If there's a betting thing, I don't even bet, but man, Vlad for Muncie, I hope. Yeah. At this point, Jack is Plan B. Yeah, especially since they let Bueller walk. Yeah. Again with Flaherty. Okay, yes, he got rocked here and there. He did. He was also really important for filling innings in game 1 of all 3 series, right? He was the game 1 guy of all of them. He threw innings. No, he was game 2 with the Padres. He was game 2. But he was important, filled innings, was good in those games, except game 1, except against Padres. So against the Dodgers, the Yankees, and Mets, he was good. But then, he wasn't good on the 4-day rest. I think he was a little worn. I mean, he pitched a lot of innings. That was the most innings he'd thrown in a long time. So you gotta, I give him that. He's a number 3 and number 4 pitcher. He's not an ace. But if we have him as a number, because he wouldn't be a number 3 on this team with going into spring training, Glasnow, Yamamoto, and Snell are our top 3 in any order. Don't care what the order is. And then Shohei comes back. He makes it a top 4. So Flaherty has to be a 5 or a 6. He can do that. Plus, if you get him, you could do some other things. Let's see. Get both Flaherty and Santander on super short terms. I don't know where Santander fits. He can't play center, so I think there's a problem. Yep, Simon Brett Honeywell Jr. 2 minor league contract. Yeah, that's happening. Yeah, get that turtleneck back. Free turtlenecks. Yeah, Timmy. Let's see. Hep says, shoot, I'd like Flaherty back in if we get Roki. I agree. Don't know how they would fit in, but figure it all out later. Just stack up on the quality pitching. Yeah, and you could make a move on trading Tony Gonsolin or someone like that. You're not. Tony's a Dodger. I think he's going to have a nice year. We need turtleneck night at Dodger Stadium. I think SP Plan B would be via trade and not Flaherty, whether it's Lopez from the Twins or Gray from the Cards. I think that would be a pathway. Yeah, Gray's it's a pretty big contract. But Lopez makes a lot of sense to me. Tim, this is Muncie's last year as a Dodger. Dodgers are signing Murakami out of Japan, younger version of Muncie with better batting average. I want to make sure that he can actually field the position. He needs to be able to field at third base. Maybe he's Freddie's replacement. I still wish they would have put rushing at third for a bit. I think he could have done it. Mike Aguilar. Poor Luxie. Hepatitis C later. Trade Maddox Bruns for IFA money. There's a lot of potential there. There's a lot, but man, I don't know what his injury is. I got a bad feeling it's something bad. Because he didn't throw much at all. Yeah, foul territory. I had Dave Roberts on today. Trade Outman. Outman might get you some international money. And again, I love Outman, but would I trade James Outman and Tony Gonsolin, let's say, to get free agent money, would I trade those guys for Roku Sasaki? Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. But it's guaranteed Sasaki tells the Dodgers again he's coming and they want to make sure he gets as much as he can. Yeah, trade whoever for IFA money outside of our key core members. Yeah, I agree. Sky High, you're Japanese. Hey. Really hope he ends up being a Dodger. Okay, very good, Sky High. Are you in Japan, Sky High, or are you in the United? Are you where are you? You don't need to give states right now. Just where are you at? What country are you in? Let's see. Joe Wolf was doing everything to go against the handshake agreement allegations. Very cautious. Yeah, they have to. It could cost them Andrew Friedman for a year. Let's see. Another one of the big guys did it again. They wrote the same thing, and then they give credit at the end. Just retweet. Give people their due. Let's see. Yeah. Dodger Louis, too. I think you're about the 8th person that said that about him being on a plane, but I still think it's funny. No. Poor JPs. Sasaki's definitely. Here's another one. You do know that Wolfie Yellowmeld is agent as well. Yep, we do. Johnny Boy Johns. Yes. See? Hepatitis C later. He knows it. You got the names. River Ryan, Gavin Stone, Emmett Sheehan, Kyle Hurt. All coming back. Now, it doesn't mean they're all going to come back good. But I have big hopes for those guys. Josue DePaula is going to be that big hit. Yeah, I don't want to trade him for international money. I want to hold on to him. I still have him as an untouchable. Untouchable for 99.9% players in baseball. There's this. It's something. He has something you can't teach. He can see the ball better than anyone else. He's got that Soto eye. So he's very good at that. And then, so I like that. I like that about him a lot. And I think power's going to come. Mike Lopez, what's up? Dodgers will have the best rotation and bullpen. Yep. Right, Mike? If we get Tanner Scott, Roku Sasaki, and bonus of Kike Hernandez, man. Because remember, Kike's had a good ERA last year. Let's see. Breaking, Roku Sasaki. Oh, come on. Oh, boy. Let's see. It'll be honored to finally meet you. Yeah, man. It'll be great, dude. It's always fun meeting people that are from online. Dalton Rushing is going to show out. He will break camp on roster. Book it. Oh, Roy. Oh, man. I think it'll take an injury to do that, but if he shows out like what it would take, it would be so awesome. It would be so awesome. That means he's really good. Yamamoto and Sasaki will be pitching Game 1 and Game 2 in Tokyo. That's possible. Let's see. When do you think Shohei Yamamoto are going to meet up with Sasaki? If he wants that, I'm sure that those guys are more than willing to do that. However, he can reach out to them at any time. He doesn't need to be part of that meeting. Just like with Darvish, he doesn't need to be part of a meeting. He can reach out to him at any time. Let's see. Let's see. All the Padres fans on John and Jim. What shows that are hyped about Roki to Padres? Yeah. Yeah, let him have fun while it lasts. Let's see. Trade Outman, Grove, and pay off Taylor's contract for a bag of almonds. I think they can get something for him. Well, if they... Yeah. Outman and Grove, I think, can get some international money if that's the path they want to take with those guys. I want to make sure that guys like Grove and Outman get a chance to play, to get paid, like Chris Taylor got paid. So Chris got paid, and he's been a staple of the Dodgers. If they sign Kike, I think Chris is gone. Just makes way too much sense. Okay. It's going to be Padres misery for a long time. Let's hope so. Okay, here's Mr. Class. We got the ownership lot for Padres. Ownership lawsuit, King arbitration, no pro fart. I want them to sign him. He's such a good villain. Higgy no longer catch. Ooh, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Let's see. Ted insult injury. No, Sasaki. Ouch. Murakami is a bit less for things since his break. I agree. Yeah, substantial risk in his game. You like him, but you don't love him, Norm. What about his defense? Explicit! Yes. Yes, explicit for sure. Thank you again to Josh for coming on my show last week. I appreciated it. What was that? That was Thursday, right? Yeah. That was fun. The explicits are in the house. You gotta love it. You had a dream we traded River Ryan for a bag of peanuts. Ugh, it must have been a nightmare. That would be. Trey Brazier for $1 national money. There's still no takers. Yeah. Let's be honest. If any team were to take Brazier's $4.5 million, the Dodgers are doing it for $1. It's like the Panama Canal, right? $1. $1 for the Panama Canal. $1 for Ryan Brazier. Fair enough. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. All the Blue Jay fans are angry right now. They know Sasaki signing the Dodgers. Yeah. Again, how could it be any other team, folks? Really? How can it be? I just don't get it. How could it be another team, anything but the Dodgers? I mean, as y'all know, I'm in San Diego County. I love San Diego. I live there for a reason. However, if I were gifted with the talent and the work ethic of these young men that have a chance to make a lot of money and set a legacy, it's the Dodgers, and it's always the Dodgers. It's been like that for a few years. Used to be the Yankees. Even the Red Sox were a big team. Cardinals, even the Giants. But right now, and I think in the next future, it's the Dodgers. And it's top to bottom. It's not close. This is the best organization in baseball. They figured it out. They figured a lot of stuff out. And they're going to figure some more things out, including the pitching issue with the arms. Please figure that out. Let's see. Sorry, I have bifocals. That's why I keep doing this thing, because I have bifocals. Yeah, why would they do that? Clearly all the money is making for the league with the popularity is bad for baseball. They are making a ton of money for the league. Oh my gosh. 18-year-old Ethan Salas might be the Padres starting catcher at this rate. He's went down, and I'm not surprised. So I saw him I was in covering the team, the Quakes. And Julio Urias was doing a rehab in 2023, and Ethan Salas on the team. And Urias, major league pitcher at the time, struck him out a couple times, and he threw a fit. I know he's 17, but that is not a good sign. It wasn't just he threw a fit. Wasn't pretty. Are you concerned there are a number of long-term deals on the books? The past Friedman really dealt out 4+ years outside of superstars. There are too many time bombs. I see what you're saying, Norm. I do, and I don't disagree, but I don't worry about it because they're set in terms of money. If something bad happens, they can cover it. They're rolling in the money. The only one that would be unrecoverable would be Shohei Ohtani. That's why I would not have him be a starter. I would have him be a reliever. And just relieve every few games. He would be your 14th pitcher. And I'd use him that way. Because if he gets hurt again with the Tommy John and he has to wait to swing the bat again, not good. So yeah, I have my concerns, that's for sure. All right. Oh, I've been doing this an hour. Is it? Huh. Nothing. I'm not gonna say anything. All right. Anything else, folks? I'm about to end this and go hang out with my family. So okay. All right. To finalize, Roku Sasaki should pick the Dodgers for many reasons. He should not pick the Padres for many reasons. Specifically, they're going to expect him to be an ace. There's going to be way more pressure on him on that team. Saki goes to the Dodgers and Scott is available. Should the Dodgers quickly pull the trigger? Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, quick maths in my head. You brought just by you bringing that up, Norm. I think if they get Sasaki, they're going to go and get Scott because now they just saved a bunch of money on their starting pitcher. Versus if they don't get him and they want, let's say they get Flaherty, okay, and he costs $20 million. That's a lot more. That takes up the Tanner Scott money. I think Roki, if you're going to throw this out there, please quote me on this. If the Dodgers get Roki, it means they will probably get Tanner Scott with the money that they saved by not having to get another starting pitcher. Please, that's where it's at. Norm, you made my brain work. I appreciate it. That was a key right there. I think Roku Sasaki equals Tanner Scott. Jack Flaherty equals no Tanner Scott, or does not equal Tanner Scott. And it's money. Because Jack Flaherty and Tanner Scott are not going to cost $20 million a year. They're going to cost $40+ million a year with the taxes. They have that money. They don't want to spend it twice, and they won't. If they get Flaherty, if they have to go get another starting pitcher, they will not be able to. They will not get Scott. So, Roki equals Scott. I think Kike comes no matter what. Got to figure out what to do about that. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Yeah, you'll be on as soon as Roki decision. Depends on if I'm in the middle of work. I can't. But I might ditch out of the building. Now, if working from home, I'll be on as quick as I can. And if it's an optional meeting, I will cut out of that meeting. So I'll be on as quick as I can be. I need to get my thumbnail up and ready to go. I do think it's going to happen. I had my Teoscar thumbnail ready for 3 weeks, and then he finally did it. So I got a good feeling about what's coming up. So I need to get my thumbnail ready to go. And I'm going to get a Tanner Scott one ready to go too. And a Kike one. I'm getting all those ready to go. Yeah, you jump on Tanner. Saki to LA Dodgers is his destiny. And his density. I'm going to get a bottle of good Get the Saki for Sasaki. Roki and Scott, let's go. Man, Dom Smith, minor league deal with the Yankees. Mighty have fallen. Another overhyped Mets, guys. See the difference between LA Dodgers and San Diego. Dodgers get Roki, they're going to look at add more. If the Padres get him, they're done. Exactly. But they won't. I mean, again, Roki doesn't cost much, so that won't affect them too much. But it's a little bit, and they're looking. See, the Dodgers are looking at the luxury tax. They're not looking at the actual salaries. They're looking at the luxury tax. Or the luxury number and the luxury tax. But Padres are looking at every freaking dollar that they have to spend right now. So if they got guys deferred till later, they're going great. We don't have to worry about that at all. They're not worried about the luxury. I mean, luxury tax. Yes, they definitely don't want to hit that because they can't. That's more money they can't afford. But every player that they can, every dollar that they can keep less is going to be good for them. Yeah, they're in trouble. Who do you think is Roki? Oh, Dodgers, man. Again, 70%. That's what I got him as. Friedman should be executive of the year if he managed to unload Taylor's contract. Yeah. Let's see. Ditch the building. I don't know. Yeah. Can't wait to hear all the Dodgers are running baseball. Let's go. Yeah. Dodgers need an investigation, rants. Yep. Rumors have it San Diego will trade Cease if they land Sasaki. Can you imagine? I'm Roku Sasaki. You sell me on all this stuff, and now all of a sudden you trade one of your top pitchers. Thanks. I just think it's going to be bad mojo to sign with that team. Sorry. And I might even have some of my friends, San Diego fan friends, listening. Love you guys. But you guys have a mess. You guys have a mess. Not as big as probably, delete the account. Deleted my Twitter years ago, no regrets. Yeah. I like my Twitter. I use it a lot. As you know. See you later. Padres trading Cease no matter if he gets Sasaki or not. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's I kind of lost my train of thought. I got a text. I have regretfully a memorial to go to on Saturday that I just got reminded of. 21-year-old girl. Oh my gosh. So let me look at this again. Yeah, the X. I use it all the time. And then the Cease. So his agent's not stupid. He knows that the Wolfman knows what's going on. I think is Boris. I think Cease has Boris. So we know he's not going to sign with them. And I don't know what to think of Dylan Cease, to be honest with you. But I would take him on the Dodgers. He would be a nice 5 or 6, wouldn't he? Given where we're at. But the Dodgers had a shot at him, but they wanted to 3-way trade him. They really didn't want him. They wanted to use him as to make a trade. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they are reducing payroll. They have to. They're losing money. Let's see. What if the Dodgers don't get Sasaki was the next move? It's to maybe get Flaherty. I don't know. Maybe they just sit on their pitching that they have. That's a good question. If they really don't think they need another starting pitcher, maybe Sasaki's just bonus remix material, then maybe they would get Tanner Scott still. I don't know. What if, Norm says, may not be an issue, but do you think Sasaki's a little concerned about the middle infield defense, knowing Betts will probably be at short? He doesn't want to hold his every breath and every grounder. Betts wasn't that bad, man. Come on. Yeah, I know he was below average. I do think he will be better. My concern again is him wearing out. But the Padres shortstop Xander Bogaerts, who also he slugs like 652, or his OPS is 652 or something. And if they keep Arias and play him at second at all, so I'm not worried about that because I think at the end of the day, Mookie will be at second. At the end of the day, with Edman at short, unless they make another move. I still don't see. I wish they weren't doing this. I think you and I, Norm, are on the same page there. I think it'll be fine for a bit, but I think he wears out. That's my concern because he's gonna work out. No one's gonna work harder than Mookie. That's for sure. So Xander Bogaerts kind of answers that question. Now, or we'll get Ha-Seong Kim. But the other Kim, if he does play second, he's a good second baseman. If for some reason Taylor's getting reps there, he's a good second baseman. Kike is a good second baseman. I still think it's Betts. Or if Edman plays second, we get another outfielder. So I think I'm not worried about that. Let's see. Augustus Phelps. If Tanner and Sasaki out Flaherty. I mean, that's the best for the team. Yeah, to be honest. Rogie needs to follow LeBron and do a rookie decision. Can he say South? Sorry, LeBron. You sound like an idiot sometimes. Sasaki isn't going to undermine Betts. Yeah. No, he wouldn't dare. Take my talents to La La Land. I think Sasaki is looking at the homers Mookie is going to give up to give Sasaki some run support, or to get off of him if he goes to the Padres. Yankees are sad today, so they decide. Yeah, no kidding. Dom Smith. I saw that. Dom Smith, how the mighty have fallen. Yeah. Take my talents to Colorado. Good show, guys. Yep. All right, I'm going to sign out, folks. Thanks, everybody. As always, I don't have my script, so I can't really do what I want to do. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. God bless. And go Dodgers.